Welcome to the Wexford Football League Show. Season 2 of the Wexford Football League. Tonight, me and Nicky are joined by the outspoken Jay Murphy, who has a few interesting things to tell us tonight. Nicky has also asked me to let you know that this is the official launch of the Wexford League 24-25 season. So, Nicky, you looking forward to the 24-25 season?
Yeah, I surely am. But you missed out on the big thing that happened over the summer, Eden and Escarty. We won the double. So two more trophies. I have more than you, so in the bag. And
Are we going to count that, yeah? 25 league?
Well, Rory O'Connor he said he won 4 trophies with you in 20 years. He won 2 with me in 6 weeks.
He's won more than 4.
No, look at it. It's great to be back. Obviously, there's a long season coming up, so there'll be plenty of talking points.
Yeah, look, I won't give you any credit for the over 35s, but I suppose we should give the boys that organise it a bit of credit to give a chance for lads that are maybe finished playing the Wexford League, even though there's still a lot of lads playing the Wexford League players in it. I think they'd sort of a shout. You played in yourself, Jay, I think, didn't you?
Yeah, setup was brilliant. Have to say it, and the way to do it, the way to make out the platform for the league, the cups, the whole lot. Everyone's playing nearly the last game of the season, so it's actually brilliant.
In fairness, this is the first year I was really involved with it. James Carty rang me and asked me to get involved. And I was probably a bit slow getting into it with the lads, but in fairness to Joe and the committee down there, they run it really, really, and it's dead straight, strict, done, that's it. So it was a good, and it was really enjoyable.
Yeah, and well done to Escarty. Maybe it's the future for Wexford soccer. One team.
Oh. I agree, but we call it Shamrock Rovers.
No, never happened. Look, Jay, you're here with us, so we'll start with you. The rumours at the start of the summer you were getting the North End job. That didn't happen. Then you got the All Blacks job. I think that lasted 2 nights, did it?
About 20 minutes, I think, Ed. Look, it is what it is. I went down, had a meeting with the boys. I was talking to Trevor first. I went down. I laid out my plan, what we were going to do. Tried to put on a few training sessions. Look, I understand. Chaps are playing GA. It comes first for some chaps and it doesn't for others. It just wasn't going to work for me. So after 5 or 6 sessions, I tried to call him. So I rang Trevor. We had a chat. I just left it at that. Wish the boys the best of luck.
Was it hard for you to take the All Blacks after originally being an North End man for so long?
Well, it was. Look,
or is management something you want to do and get into?
I love just being around. For people that know me personally, know my mental health. I have to be doing something, and I love soccer. I don't think there's anyone, even Brother Paul gives out me, that I'm too into it. I don't think there's anyone that likes soccer as much as me. Not soccer, say, but junior soccer. I'm just stuck into it. I love it. I'd go and watch match morning, noon, night if the wife would let me. But it's just something that I'm into and something that I want to stay in. Look, obviously I went in for the North End job. Gary got it. He had more credentials than me. He has this and that and whatever he may have. But then when...
Not in the junior game, though.
Yeah, well, so look, he have all the coaching badges to say. But look, I'm not going to run myself down either, Nicky. I've been there. I've done it. I wore the T-shirt. No one can take it off me. But when the lads rang me down in the All Blacks and asked me to come down, I was more than happy to go down to it.
So to all the clubs, Jay Murphy's available.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Hell mind to ring me.
Expect a phone call.
I'd say
to play.
Jay, you could. He's best friends with Timmins.
Yeah.
His brother's Willie is helping him in, so I'd say now he could be shot if he just makes a move and brings in Jay ahead of the 2 boys.
You've left the All Blacks because of the GA. I don't think the minus.
Yeah.
We go on to the Premier, Nicky. Only 2 games this weekend kind of goes to show I think there was 5 teams looking for the free weekend because of GA.
Yeah.
Maybe not Bunclody.
Yeah, look at the Gorey Shamrock Rovers game was fixed as well, so just say that was called off earlier on today for Fonzie Murphy, who passed away up in Gorey, and Fonzie would be a massive loss, not only to Gorey but to the Wexford Football League. He was you'd never know where Fonzie pop up. He could be anywhere, and he'll be a massive loss. A lovely man. He was awarded the Pat Whitty Merit Award, Special Merit Award there a couple of years ago, and he's brilliant. He was a brilliant man. I actually knew him fairly well. I spoke to Fonzie every week up and whenever we went to Gorey. So, a massive loss to Gorey, and their season will kick off a week later.
Yeah, and Fort Celtic, Ross Celtic, Jay. Fort Celtic have to win the cup. Are they in a position maybe to crack on? The only thing for them, not mean to keep going back to GA. St Martin's look on fire in the hurling, so they mightn't have them for a while.
Well, Rory O'Connor looks on fire in the hurling.
Yeah, but I look, Fort Celtic at home, first round or whatever, first game, say again Ross Celtic. Look, I know Ross Celtic will have a few as well, Donny O'Connor and whatever. But I'd have to fancy Fort Celtic first game of the season. They're getting a few new signings there as well. Young Kieran Carty's gone from North End. Evan Farrell's gone from North End.
Sean Carmody, another one.
He's a great signing for him, I think.
Yeah, very good sign. Yeah,
classy defender.
Yeah, I know. Look at I genuinely, Fort Celtic, they won't be happy. What I said, they're probably 5 years away from North End and Gorey, but they're the only club that looks like they're going to maybe try and catch up over the next couple of years. Like the reason I say they're that far behind, I don't see that North End or Gorey team falling away over the next 2-3 years, where Fort Celtic still have to continue to build and build and build. They've a powerful front three with Ryan Busher, who's going to be missing the weekend. He was sent off in the cup final, so he'll be missing. But like with Adam Beery, Evan Farrell, like that's the pace on both sides, and the Poacher and Adam Beery, and he always scores big goals. Kieran, I actually think he might suit Fort. The one thing I thought they were missing a little bit, I really like Cahill O'Dowd in midfield. I like Patsy Malone. But Kieran is a little ball player. Like Cahill and Patsy get the ball, and if they give it to Kieran, he should be well able to pass the ball down them channels. And then they've brought in a baller, and Sean Carmody, who's another one who's not going to give away a ball. He'll look to feed the front three. I laughed at Chris the other day. I met him down in the Fla, and he said to me he doesn't know how he's going to keep the front three happy. I says, very easy, just start him every week. No problem then.
I in fairness now, I wouldn't be running Ross down. We played him there a couple of times last year to give us a couple of trouble. Now it's Division 1, it's a massive step up, but they have a couple of fantastic players, and what they have as well, they have a bit of bite about them. They have like their eggy boots and stuff, chaps that have been there and doing it. So I wouldn't be counting them out now. In the first game of the league, they'll be looking to start strong, put their mark down straight away. So it'll actually be a good game, I think.
Mullet would be a massive loss.
Two doubles, coming up with 2 doubles, but then Brian Mullet is a massive loss to him.
Massive loss.
Yeah, you can't knock what Brian done. Like you look where Ross Celtic were when he went back. They look like they were going to get relegated out of Division 2. Never mind. Be back up in the Premier within a couple of years. So Brian going, like James' big boots to fill down there and coming in behind Brian. But the one thing I thought about Ross Celtic, and the thing that Brian was a real feel good factor, and let's be honest, Ross Celtic, they deserve to be Premier. Do you know, they're a Premier League club and everything, and I think it's great to see him back up in it.
Brilliant for the likes of Dick Butler and stuff like that. They're absolutely brilliant men. You know what I mean? Anytime you go down to Ross Celtic, places,
football men.
They're just brilliant men. And just like what Nicky said, they should be in the Premier Division. It's a Premier Division club. They haven't been there for a while, but if you look what they won in the past as well, like with like some Michael Grangel, Diker, stuff like that and all that. It's a serious team.
Serious talent.
You mentioned that Ross Celtic team, Jay, was probably with Mikey Grangel and all them lads, was probably one of the better teams that we've seen in Wexford, in fairness.
Oh, just serious side.
The FEI semi-final down against St Michael's in Ferry Carrick with extra time, didn't it?
Yeah,
it was great. Yeah, they were serious side.
Johnny Mullet, Serious side. They had a bit of everything. They had ball players. Obviously, Mikey Diger score goals. Yeah, I can't think of chaps now. Please, that was it.
Fee Cullen.
Fee Cullen. There you go. It's
Oh,
absolutely
yeah.
unbelievable. And there's one of the best players
Sean
I
Purcell.
think
Sean
ever
Purcell.
played in Wexford. Sean Purcell. Now, small bit mad like myself, but he's some soccer player.
But like they definitely could mix it, you know, like big tough centre halves. Brian Muller would cut you in half. Digo in the goal as well, like you know, and you know what else? They're all nice lads.
Yeah,
you know,
grand
like
chaps,
they're no bull out of them or anything like that. You go down to New Ross, you knew you were going into a game. You get stick on the sideline, you get stick on the pitch. But the minute the game was over, you were done and dusted. It was always good. I love Ross.
The other game sees North End versus Ferns, 2 under new management. We'll start with Ferns first, Nicky, under Caelan Morrissey. I think it's a good move for Caelan and Ferns, I think, that one.
Yeah, no, definitely. Caelo, I like Caelo as a coach. He probably didn't get respected enough in the mine, I think.
Yeah, harsh.
Why is that? That's my opinion. You
I
can't
want to tell you, he was respected, was he?
you know, like, well, like, to be honest with you,
said, Jay,
none of the managers have been respected in the mine last couple of years. No, in fairness, they're running more out than they've got in. So, but no, look, Caelo a really good football brain. And when I say maybe not respected, like that's strong words, all right. But like, I think if Caelo had been given maybe a little bit more time, a little bit more, like, don't forget, he was coming into a big job. Like, he was coming in after you being there for 20 odd years. So like, to come in and try and change things is never it's never easy, you know, like so, and lads were stuck in your way of thinking and your way, and make sure you were standing over his shoulder every game as well. But I know, I mean that, Aidan, but no, like the likes of that, like, so I think if he maybe had got another season or two under his belt up there, he could have done quite well with it. But going out to Ferns, he's going into another place where he's filling big boots. Martin Redmond done an extremely great job out there for years. Now the two cases have left. I think Rick has gone back to Islegate. Kieran Murphy's gone to Gorey. So and he's kind of come in at the end of a lot of Ferns really good players, like Johnny Dwyer's dropped down to divisions, and Ducker, and all of these lads are just the years team, against them. So it's going to be very, very young. If he can keep him in the Premier, I think that's his biggest job this year. I don't think he should be worrying about anywhere up near the top where Martin had him to finish fourth, I think, 2 years ago. I don't think he should be worrying about anything like that. Like, he've a great lad there, Mikey Dempsey, to use as a sounding board, like, and to work things off of. So look, it's a great job for him, and I hope it goes well for him, because Caelo's I like Caelo, nice lad.
Yeah, you were saying earlier, Jay, about yourself being so into junior soccer, and I know Caelan personally, he's obsessed with the game, and 24 hours he'd be thinking about it. So I think it's a great move for both. I think he'd be relying a lot on maybe Ryan, Nolan and Ivan to be the most experienced lads to have a very young side. So I think they'll be comfortable enough in it. And North End, under new management, Jay, this manager won't lack confidence. Gary?
No, definitely not. I think Gary, the last time they played in Wexford, I don't think he lost the game.
Yeah,
as manager.
Well, I'd say Goggy take the credit for that, not Gary.
Yeah, exactly. Well, bit of both.
So you're saying it was Gary then? Is that what you're saying?
Definitely not saying it.
I'll say it's Goggy, you say it's Gary.
But no, Gary.
I'd say it's the players.
Gary will expect the boys now to hit the ground running Sunday, and just didn't know actually the amount of players that Ferns have lost this year. I think they could be in for serious now, drubbing now the weekend. I refereed the boys the other day actually playing, but they're moving the ball at such a pace. They look fitter than what they are the last few years. Gary's not going to have them standing around anyhow, I can tell you that much. Now, not running around Denny or Goggy or whatever, but just up front and personal with them the other day. It looks fit. They're talking to each other. Everyone's encouraging each other. It looks good now.
Todd coming into North End is massive signing. You know, like, he's one of the best players in Wexford, and to be able to get him in, like, he's another. The one thing that North End have is goal threats everywhere. I know Skinny's injured, but it wouldn't surprise me if he comes back in Christmas and gets into double figures. You have Owen Rhodes, you have Spot, you have Niall Connolly, you have Todd now chipping in from there. You've Shane Dempsey coming up behind. Like, they've just goals everywhere within that.
Shane has actually surprised me this year. I was
heard he's losing a load of weight.
I was talking to him at the start of the season. Look, he probably won't like me for saying it, but he was him and home when Gary came in. Will he want me? Will he not want me? So I just said to him, shut up, get on with it. It's not down to Gary, it's down to yourself. And in fairness to him, I don't think he missed a training session. Don't think he missed a match. He was outstanding again the other day. But even like you were saying about Todd, I knew Todd was a good player, but actually when I see him, and they're not running down balls by any stretch, I mean, but when he's actually playing him with good players and they're making runs in behind, and he's so fit, he's just up and down and up and down. I think he scored 1 or 2 the other day, but he's just gelled in
He's
so
probably
easy.
left back though, not Emily.
Yeah.
So like
Left back, left wing, whatever.
We're
Then
just-
they're going to have the ball 70-80% of the time. Again, no matter who they're playing.
We're naming out most of a team there, and we didn't even mention John Pear's another one who like has all the ability that, and that's the one thing I always liked. But one thing they always struggled North End, they always had forward attacking players, goal scorers for a number of years. Like even when you were playing, Jay, it wasn't just solely all the pressure was on your shoulders. There was always 3 or 4 lads chipping in. Like, and you were telling us there that Kyle, did you retire Kyle Dempsey, or is Kyle retired?
Oh well. Personally, I think he was retired 2 or 3 years early. Kyle looked after his body, you know what I mean? He don't drink, he don't smoke.
Bad injury though last year,
He did. He got an operation on the knee. And he's saying it's not too great at the minute, but I hope he'll come back. I was only saying to the lads during the week, I hope to see him back. If he do come back, be great for the team, be great for the squad or whatever. But if not, I know he's helping Gary at the minute, and he lives and breathes the game as well. He loves it. What he's doing for the underage at North End is exceptional, and he should be lauded for. That's the show. What he's doing up there with all the underage. He got the lights in, he's got no dugouts. The young fellas go up. Even I have a young fella now, he's only 5, going into there. Kyle this, Kyle that. I said, I'm your dad. No, Kyle. But
No, Kyle could be. if he's after getting a bit of football, if he's after getting the football, we'll ask the question. I know I'm joking there, but like the start of a season, Jay, you were obviously not in for a number of years. Like what are, and don't just answer, we want to win them all. Like, would there be conversations at the start of the year saying, right, we have to do this, and this, or did you just kind of the year you got to the FAI, did you just want to win the FAI?
I'd put it a different way. If you go out of the FAI, Leinster, say the FAI before the last 64, before it comes
open draw,
is that a failure or not?
Oh, 100%. A failure's not winning it. In my eyes, a failure's not winning. The players are too good. They're too good. Now, I seen him last year. I can't even remember the fucking team that bet him. They were useless. They were useless. They bet him on penalties.
From Galway, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think they got to the semi-final or something.
No, Gorey beat him in a quarter, I think. Did it?
Was it Gorey? Gorey could have beat North End anywhere in the quarter, say that. But like, if North End were to play them another 10, North End would beat them out the gate. Now they missed a half full of chances, but it's not the point. They should be beaten. There's no way that team should beat North End.
So every year is
like I always say, you win your bread and butter first.
Yeah,
and like I was surprised last year. People are not going to be like me saying it. Paul probably hate me in the morning, but I was surprised North End won the league. North End were all over the shop last year. Anyone who knows soccer and Wexford can see it. There was with Denny himself and whatever happened, and then the club, and then the players were falling out and this and that. They were training was shit and whatever. But like, I actually think, you might not like me saying it, that when Denny actually left, it actually got the players together more. And I think they started to say to themselves, we'll fucking show you.
Yeah, I actually thought that, Jay, on the day they played Gorey up there. No,
yeah,
I still, Willie Pear won't be happy when I say, because I keep on saying that I think he took off Stephen Kinsella at the wrong time in both games, the FAI final and against North End. Because I thought once Stephen stepped out of that number 6 role that he was playing, spot, your brother Paul just absolutely ran the show then, because he got the space that he was afforded. That coincided with Niall Connolly coming on. But because Niall was going to, I thought Niall done really well on the left wing when he came on. But I definitely thought, and I'm not being disrespectful to Andy Moore or Foley. John Foley. I thought it was the players who changed it. They just, you could see that there was a bit of a grit in him. There was a bit of a determination, whether that's to kind of prove Denny wrong or to do something. Plus, they're proud men. They wanted to win that up in Gorey. They didn't want to anything else. They wanted to deliver that in Gorey.
Look, and I presume Gorey are saying for Celtic, but there's some of them chaps like Paul, Shane, Kyle. Kyle is the world's worst. If they get bet, they probably wouldn't talk to you for 2 or 3 days. Look, I know, and I think that's probably the best way to be.
It is.
But like I say, look, I don't want to harp on it, but no, I'm not here to talk about North End all night. But and Gorey, I think it'll be the same. For Celtic, I don't think they'll challenge the two boys this year, but they should be aiming to go higher and higher each year. try to get higher in Leinster Junior, FAI, but for Gorey and North End, if they don't, they should be trying to win one of them. They're that good, and I'm always harping on about players should be in the Irish team and this and that. Like, if you're the further you go, obviously the more exposure you get, but I don't think it matters. We're listening to this Dublin team. They're playing Division 2, Division 3 soccer, going around nutmegging fellas, and they have it all over. Striker online and this and that. When they come down and play us in the FAI Cups and Junior Cups, we're beating them 4 and 5 now.
Yeah, so I agree with you, yeah.
We'll have a quick look at all the teams and maybe try to predict where they're going to finish. We'll start with All Blacks. I think it's going to be a difficult start, but I think when they have everyone back, I think they have a decent squad and a decent 11. I know you were going to say Shane.
Today, Shane Cassidy. I hear he was gone to All Blacks, so he'll be a massive loss because plenty of goals in Shane. I think it's going to be a struggle for him.
Just on that, I don't mean Shane, but I'm hearing a good few players in the last few days that dropping out of Premier to go to Division 2 and Division 1. What do you make of that? Or
me personally, I think it's madness. But look, some people have their opinions, and maybe Shane's saying, I just want to play soccer. He's probably down at the All Black. Like I say, I was there.
So I think Shane, I could be wrong.
He just wants to play.
I don't think he plays GA or a lot of GA, and I think this is the problem I have because I see it in our own club. You have the non-GA players.
You look at him, John Perrin, Conor Brooks.
Yeah, and Kieran Murphy Fern is another one. You're looking and thinking,
what am I waiting here for?
When are we going to have a good team here?
Yeah,
and then
why should I wait 5 or 6 weeks for the GA lads to come back when I can go play with a soccer club? Do you know?
And it's Kilmore, I think, are really trying to go places.
I'll just say that Mick Bennett, in fairness, from Kilmore, rang me a couple of weeks ago and he asked me to go down and have a chat with a few of the lads down there, and you can really, really see that they're trying. Do you know, like I was surprised how many lads they had in the dressing room. I was chatting away to them and they were all really buying into it, and in fairness to him, and I can see why Shane maybe has dropped down a division. For me, it maybe shows a little bit of what's the word? Ambition, a lack of ambition. Like I just always would want to be in the top. Do you know, that would just, whether you're fighting to stay in it or you're fighting to compete at the top, I just prefer
either
to
way,
be
he will be
the top.
last.
Yeah, massive.
Are we saying they're in a relegation battle?
Yeah. I think they might get relegated.
Bunclody, to me, I think probably one of don't him after going Northern are not GA aligned at all. I think they should be trying to push on now to start the season when other teams are.
I don't think they've lost anybody. I don't think they've signed
a good goalkeeper.
Yeah,
the chap who's playing New York.
Aaron Dunn, I think he scored around 20 goals last year.
Did the midfielder not sign for Gorey?
No,
Finn.
No. So I think if Aaron Dunn comes back and he's playing and scoring goals, I think the reason I think Bunclody should be a little bit safer, I think they might finish 4th or 5th. I would say probably 4th. The reason being is there's more consistency in their team than there has been in a lot of the other teams. A lot of the other teams have changed managers. There's a lot of chopping and changing going on over the last couple of years where Nick Finn has been in Bunclody for 4 or 5 years now, and there's that bit of a consistency there. So I think
4th, are you?
I think so, yeah. So I would, yeah.
I'll go 6th.
Well, but you know, Aidan, how do you think All Blacks are going to do, actually?
Yeah,
sitting
hang on now, Aidan.
Councillor Brown.
Yeah.
You don't have to get a vote for 5 years now, unless you're going for general election.
That's very soon too, but I'm not going for that one. It's going to seem like we're talking about GA here. Like, it all depends. A lot of this will depend on Finton and the GA clubs from these teams. Like, I think Fort Celtic will be a lot closer to Gorey North than maybe to you think, depending on St. Martin's. St. Martin's in intermediate football. You be expecting that?
Yeah, and you'd be expecting to go far.
They could be in 2 finals.
Yeah.
So then I don't think they will be near them. Again, I think if All Blacks had everyone, I think they could comfortably stay up with the squad they have.
Well, where are you going? Just predict where they're going to go.
I will, because of the GA, I'd say relegated.
Right. And where are you predicting Bunclody?
4th, because they should be well ahead of everyone else because they're no GA players.
Right. So 2 4ths and a 6th.
Right.
Cross the bag again. Flying in football. Looks like they could.
You stop talking.
Knockouts.
Where are they going to finish?
Have everyone. I think they'd be up in the top 4 or 5. But again, I think they could struggle if they're not getting players back till December.
I have a bit of inside info now. I work with Aaron Lambert. He said they're actually going well. Joe's getting a good tune out of him, so I'll put him 5th and comfortable.
I really like their goalkeeper. Barry Coughlin, the centre midfield, I thought he was excellent last year. The only thing with Barry is the wrong side of 35. I think where they may struggle is goals. Scoring a few goals now. I know Brandon Sinnott got a few goals. Aaron Lambert is a good goal scorer as well. But if they lose either of the two of them now, like they could be hedging a lot of their bets on Will McCreevy, you know, like who is another one well over 35. So I just hedging their bets on the two of them. No, I just want to say they're doing fabulous work down there on their ground and everything like that. Like it's absolutely brilliant. They're just Joe is very, very optimistic. Really, really good manager. It's just the goals that I think they might be lacking. So I'm going to say 7th.
Ferns. Spoke a bit about them already.
I wouldn't know as much about Ferns now, but just listening to yourself and Nicky, I think it might be a long season for Caleb. Now look, if he
the young lads are good.
Yeah,
good young lads. I think Jamie Foxx is in with him as well.
Yeah, Jamie, Jesus, how many clubs did Jamie had? This lad with loads of ability. So
personally, I think they could be struggling. Yeah, I think it could be in relegation battle.
And for Celtic, 3rd, I think.
Yeah, I think that's nailed on 3rd. Ferns, yeah, probably. Where did I say across the big 7th? I'd say maybe Ferns, yeah, just maybe one position below
it. Galway Rangers.
2nd.
We're close. I think this could go to a playoff again. Could be that close.
Yeah, well, look, I'm not going to say North End are going to run away, but it will be close.
Yeah.
It will be close.
Yeah, and look at in fairness to Willie, there's a bit of consistency there now as well. North End have chopped and changed managers throughout. Willie's there now. This is his 3rd year going into it. They've had 2 massive long seasons.
There's the ammunition from straight away. We proved them wrong.
Aaron Hall gone in to compete with Keane Brown in the goal. So like
Kieran Murphy of
Ferns, which the one position I thought they really lacked on is centre forward. There was a lot of talk about one of the Livingston's joining him, but I think he's going travelling. And there was a lot of talk earlier on in Brezzy joining him, but he's moving. He's staying in Arklow. So I
think they've lost another one to Arklow. I think, I'm not sure. I think the last another, and then obviously if you have your like Sean Murphy and all back who was carrying injury. Yeah, for most of the back end of last year. Obviously, the last Paul, serious centre half as well.
If he comes back at Christmas, you could have a really, really exciting
finish. Yeah.
Do you know? Yeah. So if Paul decides not to play League of Ireland the start of next year, you could have a really, really exciting.
I think he'd be mad. He'd be mad if he came back to junior soccer.
He's more than capable of playing.
Yep.
Well, the reason I think it goes to playoff, I think the two of them were that good, and with majority of teams not going to have full teams till probably November, December. It's genuinely bar for Celtic. I don't see anyone beating it.
Yeah.
Or even getting anything off him.
Yeah. Well, you look at Ajax snuck a draw off of him, and what was between it last year? 2 points. So in the league table,
4
was it 4? Yeah.
They got
Jamie. Yeah.
They got to win the last.
Mine Rangers. I leave that one up to 2 of you.
No, come on, get off the fence.
It'll be a struggle. I think again depend on the GA, but they might have them lads back quicker than usual.
If they didn't get the GA lads back, obviously look, Starlight's not going great at the minute, but to get GA lads back quick, they won't do anything magic, but they'll survive because they just have the know-how.
Like who's the GA lads? Shoddy, Alan Tobin,
Rory, Smiley.
Well, Rory is going to play anyway. Smiley's in Australia.
He might be back though, I think, as well. So he'd be a big boost for him.
They just have the know-how that they've been around long enough.
Like Superior Rogue, Sean Buck, there's good lads there that know how to.
There is. Look, we've been hard on the mine for a few years, but I do think that this one's going to be a struggle for him.
It will be a struggle, and I do think with them, when we get to Rovers, I do think with them and Rovers, when they have everyone, there could be the only two that maybe give the.
Yeah, because they just have the
know they can beat him, and they've beaten him before, and the belief. That's the thing I have. I've had this conversation with Joe, even about Cross Bay. They're going to have to beat him sometime, but they have to have that belief. I don't know if any team, and you
they don't
play it again.
90% of teams don't have the belief to beat North End.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. All right.
Ross Celtic.
Yeah, I think Ross Celtic will be okay. I actually do believe they'll be okay. I think they have a bit of everything in there. I think.
Yeah, and it's quite similar. I know the manager has changed, but the team is quite consistent. Yeah. I like Danny in the goal. They look quite strong the whole way up the centre. I can't think of the chap who's playing centre midfield from last year. His brother scored the goal in the
Sean Duffy.
Fine. No.
Serious soccer player too.
I can't think of his name. He's really a lovely footballer. You know, I was really impressed with him. Eric Barsich. Yeah, look at. I think Ross should be comfortable enough, maybe fifth or somewhere in around that. Yeah, so I think they could be okay.
I think they'll struggle myself. I think they're, as the rest of the teams are dealing with, going back to GA, they're dealing with two GA counties and a lot of chaps from Kilkenny.
I think Sharkies are going to hire Aiden. That is the God's honest truth there. Like,
North End, we've spoken about them already. League champions.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Well, sure. Look, as Jay said, it'll be a failure. Like they're signing.
But Gordon will see it as a failure too, Nicky.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I understand that, but I like North End are not only signing players from within the county. They're signing players outside the county now. Do you know, like so. Will you stop, Jay? For
signed Robbie, is it Robbie Kane?
Robbie Kane, and sure. Look, I hear there's a list of other lads coming in as well. You know,
never mind him with his
Goggy.
list.
Goggy is there with the Wexford under 19s.
This is North End, not Wexford
I'm
FC.
just saying he's here with the under 19s,
Gary's
and he's
still there
saying,
as well.
"Come on through." Like so, there's a lot more links there than we're led to believe. But look at it. I think Gary. The only way I don't see him winning the league is if they get into the latter stages of a Leinster Junior and an FAI, where they may take their eye off the ball a little bit. And if Gorey go out of some of them competitions a little bit earlier, that's the only way I don't see North End winning the league. But I
was going to say that earlier, but Nicky just said if Gorey go out early or North End go out early, it actually might give them an incentive to kick on in the league. But I actually believe if Gorey or North End got to the latter stages in either competition, they might actually say, look, you can have your league or you can have... No,
yeah, we want to get our name.
We're taking the big... We'll go for the big one. We've won enough of them.
Yeah.
Shamrocks, 6th, 5th for me.
Yeah, I think they'll be comfortable.
Comfortably.
As well.
If you'd have said it to me, if this show had went out this time last week, I'd have said they were in a relegation battle. They only played their first practice match Sunday just gone. Like talking away to lads there and chatting away, it wasn't all roses in the bed either, you know. So there was a lot of niggle, a lot of lads saying they're not playing and this and that going on. But I must say, no, in fairness to a few of the players, and I think Eddie Black has led the line with a lot of them, like the likes of John O'Connor and Ricky Dwyer, and they've got Sean Miller back from the mine. So these lads are coming back in. So that's going to strengthen Rovers back up. I hear Jack Carroll and Dylan Shannon are committing again, like, you know. So these lads they're good chaps, and then if they can mix them in with the bunch of the 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, because the Rovers are quite lucky that they've decent 16-year-olds. The youths and the 19s are good. So it's all there for Kane. I'll be honest, it's a failure if they finish where they finished last year.
I think
they have to be grown.
I think they'll be fourth.
So I'd say they should be in around mid-table, maybe 6th, somewhere in around there. But look at it's a little bit more optimistic than it was a couple of weeks ago.
Last one then, the Leinster finalists of last year, Wexford Boys. Yeah.
Struggle really bad. Yeah, like they struggled last year in the league. Look, they might have took their eye off the league, knowing that they're not going to be able to get it because Gorey's B team were where they were. But if you're losing Todd, PJ, Tiernan, and I believe Shane Hall and Shane Bergen are going travelling. If you're losing 5 of your starting 11, you're going to struggle bad. I actually think there'll be serious relegation battle.
Yeah, I think they're going to be under a bit of pressure.
And fair, I have to say, my old mate Fran is actually taking over manager first time. So Fran played all underage together the whole way up through. So wishing the best of luck. He's going to need it.
In fairness to
hurry on, no time is catching up on us.
Right. Well, I just thought that Bows are not going to build on what they should have done last year with the Leinster Junior Cup final. If anything, they've probably took a step backwards. They should have been signing players of Todd Hines' caliber, PJ's caliber, but they haven't. And it's hard to draw lads down to Drina where they're playing down there. It is tough to try and get lads to come out of Wexford Town. So I do think it's going to be a bit of a struggle for them.
Yeah, we'll move down to Division 1. We have division made up of Ajax, Campile, Cora, Cortown, Glyn, Gorey, Kilmore, North End, second team, Ratnure, Shelburne, St. Joseph's. Just Corey's second team as well. A lot of big clubs in there, in fairness. We talk about Ross Celtic Centre, Premier teams, and things like Ajax, Cortown would see themselves as Premier. Ajax only recently relegated. But saying all that, it's hard to look by, for me, the two B teams. North End, and I think Craig and Ware's gone in this year over maybe.
He is, Craig and Colgate, yeah. They'll do a right job. Two boys are good chaps to have around as well. Two good players in their time as well.
Good football heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to disagree with you though, Ed, and I think Cork will win the league.
I'm not going there this year. They'll have another dartboard up me.
I think Cork will win the league. They're just playing again a master and whatever. I think they're unlucky in a few games. They were only a game short at the end of the season, but they just have that bit of know-how and that bit of bite. I think Corey, call a spade, left behind himself last year. They shit themselves.
Yeah, I don't know if Corey are going to be as strong. You know, like they kind of fell away a little bit towards the end of the season, so I don't know if they're going to be as strong. But definitely, North End I expect to be back up that top side of it. I would agree with Kilmore. I think it's going to be a bit of a struggle for your Ratnures and your St. Joseph's coming up.
Full Ratnure team, I don't think so. I think they're in the shake-up, but
so
they're not going to have a full team.
No, I think this is going to be a massive year for Cortown. They have to be up around the top, because if they're not up around the top in this year, I think they'll struggle for a couple of years to get back up.
Even at that, like a few boys that they have as well, they're sort of getting to that age now. We're sort of shit their bus basically. Like,
Ajax are going to be interesting to see. They've pulled out their B team, and they're signing a few lads. Pao Shea's gone back over there. I hear Lenny there's talks that Lenny could be going there, but
two young chaps in JR and Nanto as well.
First I heard of that. Yeah.
So look, it'll be interesting to see what happens with Ajax and how they settle down.
I'll go North End. I think two boys are good.
Cork.
Yeah, I'll go Ajax with all the mine players.
He's trying to pack.
He's
the
looking for something.
He's trying to pack the pub for the weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Come on over here, lads.
Look, we're running out of time, but we'll have a quick look at Division 2. We've Ballymurn, Bridge Rovers, Camolan, Clabon, Kirklow, Enniscar United, Fastnet, Fort Celtic, Rosslare, Tombrack, Wexford Boats, second team.
I think the two teams that came up last year, Fastnet and Ballymurn, could go straight through that division, to be honest. I was very, very impressed with them both last year. Denny has a big job going down to Rosslare, Denny Carty. So I think it's more about steadying the ship down there. They've been a bit of free fall for the last couple of years. So I don't really see past the two of them, the two that came up. I could be wrong, but
I'll go Tombrack.
Yeah, not a bad show. I don't know.
Enniscar United will be putting a good. Bill Wrigley's doing a good job down there.
Buggy's
in training them. I think Buggy's
is Buggy back in?
I think so, yeah.
I thought
Ross, it'll depend on what way Denny has them going. If they're all at it and they're all back in, I know they've got one or two signs back in. Well, Terran roster going back down and play Division 2 and all. It'd be good. And if there weren't too many GA players and there's talk, no, I don't think it's going to happen. But Danny, for as long as there's talk that he might go in and play roster, I don't. Danny should be playing Division 2 soccer, but if he do, he could win the league on his own.
Yeah, look, we'll be looking at all the other divisions over the next few weeks. Nicky, anything you going to name a team or a club maybe for a surprise of the year, or to look out for, or a player to look out for in the league maybe?
Just you could have said this was before the show. We were talking for an hour and a half. Surprise. I'm probably going to. I looked at Rovers the other day, and if the Rovers have Dapo back, and if he commits to a full season, I think he could be massive. He looked like he was on fire the other day. Now, he could have scored 3 or 4 against Rosslare Rangers, but he was really, really good. The one player I'm probably looking at to see maybe and see can he improve again would be maybe Ryan Busher. I thought Ryan was really, really good last year. So he has better players around him again with Evan Farrell and Kieran Carty. So they'll be kind of the two that I might look at to see do the really, really improve. And the other one maybe I always liked Kieran Murphy. I'd say I'd rather be with him than against him, because I always thought he was that bit wiry. So it'll be interesting to see, does Kieran take the next step up? Like he done well with Ferns, but can he do it with Gorey? So yeah, they're the kind of the three lads that I'd be kind of looking out for.
Yeah, I'll go to Division 1 and I'll go to after Christmas. I think Grant and you are going to surprise a few people.
Jesus Christ,
after Christmas and a player, I think.
Look, we'll wait for Santi to come.
We all do. And I think the player who's been on fire in the league the last couple of years is Shane Lawler. I think when he gets going again, it'll be interesting to see how will he do in Division 1 when the defenders are at.
If only I had his pace, Ed, and I'd get 100 goals a year. Holy God, that man can move.
Yeah, it'll be interesting when coming up against the better defenders. It'll be a little bit quicker and a little bit more organised maybe than in the lower divisions.
But he definitely won't like coming up against the likes of Garrett McCurtain and them. You know, like Garrett is as good a defender you're going to get, and
serious.
Pau Shea's another one who can match him. Like, so the likes of them lads, he coming up against them, he's not going to get short change out of them.
If Garrett can't catch you, he'll definitely foul you, I can tell you.
He could lump out you. 2
players to look out for, I go Todd Hines will get Wexford Player of the Year. And in Division 1 then there's a young fella called Dean Hillis. I'm only going from my own club, that's all I can see. Play centre half, he'll be the next Gary Glennie. If he concentrates. Now don't get me wrong, he's a serious scaly footballer as well. 19.
Yeah, serious, he was a good chap last year.
He's an absolute athlete.
He came off, did he, in the 19 semi-final or in the final? Yeah, after a couple of minutes, he was massive last in it, so he's a good chap. Yeah,
I'll go Todd to get Wexford Player of the Year.
Northern
don't get Player of the Year, so
no hope.
Jesus Christ, we won cup finals, we didn't even get man of the match. Jesus Christ.
Well, thanks, Jay, for coming in. Thanks, Nicky. And just to remind everyone, the app is be up and running at the weekend for all the games, and then enjoy the season. Thank you.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.